the off season is always a little tough for us D3 coaches, because we're just banking on people doing what they need to be doing, and certainly when people come in, there's a bit of a mixed bag, right? Some absolutely are totally prepared and ready to go, and some are not quite where you want them to be. And some of that is through no fault of their own, right? With internships and jobs and that type of thing, it absolutely affects what they're able to do, which is fine. That's part of it, right? And that's okay. So the first part of the year is always a bit of a grind, right? Because we don't have a lot of time to get ready to go, and so we hit them pretty hard right out of the gate, and so sometimes that can cause little aches and pains and things like that, and that can cause people to really evaluate where they are, and a bit of a humbling experience for some. But and then there's others that are totally ready to go, and after a couple weeks, it's like, all right, well, this is good. So now that we're 4.5 weeks in, something like that, we're getting pretty close to where I'd like to be. There's a spectrum, and so there's some that I feel really good about, and there's others that still have some work to do. But it's a long season, and we're just at the start of it. So no harm, no foul. We're getting ready to go, and now the competition's about to begin. That certainly helps, and will certainly get people moving in a little bit different direction, and focus in a little bit more. So that'll be nice. With the first meet, there's always a little bit of unknown, especially with the first years, right? We're trying to see, okay, well, how are you guys going to come in? How are you going to compete? How do you look, in these competitive situations? And so I think that's always kind of first and foremost, in my mind, is to really kind of evaluate them right out of the gate. For all the returners that are back, obviously we have a pretty good idea of what events they're going to do, and where they kind of are right now, to give us a good idea of where they might be. But really, it's just for everybody. It's just getting back up and racing, going off the blocks, and getting off the diving boards and doing all those things, and just getting back into that competitive mindset. Not everyone's able to compete over the off season and things like that, and so just getting back into that mode can take a little bit. And so it's nice to get the first one in, and see somebody else's colors in a lane next to us, besides just keep racing each other and things like that.
I'm Abby. I'm a senior on our varsity women's swim and dive team, and I'm a mechanical engineering major. I was kind of just always interested in STEM in high school and a STEM program, so that kind of pushed me towards engineering coming into college. But I did come in undecided, and what I really liked about CASE was the fact that freshmen weren't required to decide on a major right away, and you kind of had some time that first year to figure things out. So I just stuck with the general engineering curriculum and kind of was on the fence between mechanical and biomedical, but ultimately ended up with mechanical just because I thought it was a little bit more broad, and since I wasn't sure what I wanted to do post-graduation yet, I thought it would give me more options. I really liked it so far, and I'm really happy with the decision that freshman year Abby made. But I really like it, and I think the major also does a good job of offering some flexibility as well. So there's the opportunity for technical electives, so I was kind of able to use those to take biomedical engineering classes instead. So again, kind of being able to fulfill both interests, but ultimately do mechanical. This past summer, I had a really fun opportunity in Michigan. I was working with Stryker, which is a biomedical medical device company. So again, kind of being able to use the mechanical, but also still get into the medical space. But I was able to work as a quality engineer there within their emergency care department. So anything used to kind of transport a patient from accident scene to the ambulance to the hospital is what I focused on. So It was definitely a really fun experience, and I got a lot of support from the team I was on, as well as it was a really cross-functional role. So I was able to learn a lot of different aspects of the job and other roles as well. So very valuable experience.